Do you support this decision? Good morning, everybody. Today is Sunday, the 8th of January 2023. My name is Reverend David Ibiayo, and these are my thoughts. As she lay in bed, she got up to reach for some more tissues by her bedside. She was in floods of tears as she reflected on the decision she made, but she knew she had to say no, despite the fact that she liked him. After she had wiped her tears and her runny nose, she then reflected on her main reason for saying no to his proposal. For her, it was just like yesterday, when they went out for their first date. She remembered it very vividly. She had gotten dressed on the very day in one of her best outfits, and they decided to have dinner together in a very pleasant restaurant. She remembered when she met him at the restaurant, and he complimented her for her looks and the perfume she was wearing. He knew the perfume she was wearing from the smell, and this impressed her. It was the pleasant dinner they had, and they put another date in the diary for them to meet up again. She was really excited about him. When the bill came, he offered to pay for it. The waiter then asked him if he will be paying by cash or card. He then hinted he will be paying by card. The waiter then punched in the amount on the device and gave the device to him to insert his card and punch in his PIN number. Just after he did that, there was a beep that indicated that the transaction was declined. He tried a second time and the transaction was declined. He then tried a third time and the transaction was also declined. At this point, she felt embarrassed and offered to make the payment with her card. When the waiter passed her the device for her to make the payment, as she punched in her PIN number and pressed enter, the transaction went through. As he walked her to get a taxi, he tried explaining to her what happened, that the payment must have gone out of his account before a certain amount of money he was expecting was credited into his account. And of course, she said it was okay, and they hugged as she got into the taxi. It just did not happen once. It also happened at the cinema when his card was declined, and also at the supermarket when his card was declined, and on both occasions she had to pay with her card. Yes, he was a cute guy, but for her, she wasn't comfortable with the fact that he couldn't manage his finances. To her, she felt that everyone should have an idea of what is in their bank account before they attempt to make a payment with their bank card. He did not have a credit card, he only had a debit card, which he used to pay for transactions. The day eventually came when he proposed to her, and she said no. She had already made up her mind some time back that she wasn't going to continue with their relationship, but before she could tell him, he proposed to her. She wasn't willing to go ahead with someone who could not manage his finances. She did not mind if he had little or plenty, but her fear was that having someone in her life who could not manage his finances is not something she was willing to put up with. She then remembered a passage in the Bible that guided her thinking. Proverbs chapter 27 verses 23 and 24, which reads, "Be sure you know the condition of your flocks. Give careful attention to your herds. For riches do not endure forever, and a crown is not secure for all generations." For her, he did not pay attention to one of the few important things in sustaining a relationship. Of course, love comes first, but we all know how debt has killed love in some relationships. Do you have a family member who can't manage their finances? Do you have a friend who can't manage their finances? Do you have a business partner who can't manage their finances? Do you have someone you are dating who can't manage their finances? Do you have a spouse who can't manage their finances. I pray that you are blessed with people in your life who know how to manage their finances, either little or plenty, and that you too are also able to manage your finances, either little or plenty. Take care, keep safe, and remain blessed. Amen.